What is up, YouTube? Welcome to this Supergirl Mxyzptlk review. So, yes, our very favourite, everyone's favourite fifth dimension magician imp thing has turned up and, well, has caused a lot of trouble here for Miss Danvers and Mon-El's relationship. So, very much a light-hearted episode, I feel, but with a very serious connotation at the end there. So I really did actually enjoy this episode. I thought it was a lot of fun to watch, and I feel that it's kind of like this season's version of the crossover with The Flash, which I know we get another one, but I'm just comparing it here. The fact that it was just a lot of fun to watch, light-hearted, but also had some serious nature, more so than that crossover. So it's Valentine's Day, and I can't help but think that maybe they should have aired this one last week, perhaps, you know, around about Valentine's Day, but they didn't, and we got our lovey-dovey episode a week later. So a lot of fun, as I said. So we get to show John with Morgan. We have got, obviously, Kara and Mon-El, and also Alex and her bae. And Wynn also gets an alien girlfriend who, well, kind of looks like the vampires when they go vampire mode in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So a bit odd there. But the crux of this episode was Mr. Mxyzptlk coming into the show and causing absolute chaos, which is always fun, isn't it, when he comes into this kind of Superman world. And what's interesting is that people are aware of these characters. So Martian Manhunter knows who he is. We've also got Mon-El, who seems to know him, which is a bit interesting. And Mr. Mxyzptlk, I can't pronounce his name, he probably knows a lot more about Mon-El than Mon-El would like everyone to know. And Mon-El did seem incredibly incensed with rage when this guy turned up. Maybe it's because he stopped Mon-El from getting his end away with Kara there. Ho-hum. And I love the fact that Mon-El was actually shown to be a bit of a jerk. He wasn't being the nice guy, he was just being the usual, I'm a man, I'm taking over this role, I'm gonna save you, which Kara doesn't need. She's a fucking Kryptonian, for fuck's sake. But it brought their kind of relationship up to a new level, and this is really what this focused around. It focused around all these relationships on this show and kind of nurturing them and kind of pushing them forward somewhat. So a good episode from that standpoint, and I loved the jokes when we saw, is it a bird, is it a plane, as Mr. Mxyzptlk lands. It was hilarious. I loved it. And I loved the singing in the episode where we had the whole things with the Aladdin songs. We had the Hamilton references. So pretty funny there. And a nice little Easter egg here is that, well, if you're from Britain, then you probably watch Fresh Meat on Channel 4. This guy was Javier on Fresh Meat, which is really funny. And it was also in Once Upon a Time in Wonderland as well, a short-lived show. So pretty decent episode, and I'm curious as to what Mr. Mxyzptlk knows about Mon-El. Does he know more than he's letting on? Which would be, does he know that he's a Daxon Prince, for what instance? Could he be? Which is what speculation is flying about on the internet at the moment about, is he or isn't he? And it was cool seeing more Mars references, as we're probably going to go to Mars at some point and rescue Morgan, I expect, because it does that kind of thing. So, very good episode, I think. The bits with the Fortress of Solitude were great. The whole Jor-El thing, what statue, I guess, was pretty neat as well. Really cool CGI throughout this whole episode, which sometimes the whole thing can be a bit weak. And it was interesting seeing Parasite again this episode. So that's it for this video. Please do drop a like, please do subscribe. I'll see you soon.